this is Victor bringing here a new blast from the past, and this time we're going to talk about a classic, it's a codex, but this is a classic war, right? It's the Armageddon. So this is the first campaign of Armageddon when Gazkul Traka arrived for first time to this planet and was a big fight. Was part of a campaign that also gained workshop release, similar to the 13th Crusade that was released a while ago, then was repeated again later on. And this one, yeah, it was linked to a campaign in Armageddon. Okay, so we are going to make a look what is inside. So you can see, yeah, we have the salamanders, we have the Steel Legion, and of course we have the orcs. And remember, we did a video about the orc evolution or the orc evolution. So here you can see the old bikes, the old vehicles. So this book is quite, yeah, let me see if I can find the date somewhere here. It's from 2000. Okay, so this book was quite old, 3rd edition, 2000. So we have a little bit the background of Armageddon. You can see that, remember, in that moment Eldred Ulthran deviate the Hulk of Gazkul Traka and make him to crash on Armageddon, and then yeah, they start just a big war in Armageddon where the orcs try to take over the planet and the Imperium is defending against the orcs. Okay, so this was, then we had the third war of Armageddon and so on. And remember that it arrived to the recent days, right, where we had seen Ragnar Blackmare fighting against Gazkul Traka. Gazkul Traka, and he cut the head of Gazkul Traka, and then Gazkul Traka, the head of Gazkul Traka was inserted in another body. So really, so here we have. When we had this, we had the first mega knobs and the first one, the second Gazkul design. Okay, so here you can see the main character. So we have Gazkul Mak Uruk Traka, Commissar Yarrick, Almirant Parol, the Almirant Parol, and then we have Orchimedes. Okay. So what you have here, so we have different. You need these is in reality they are codex supplement, right? So you need the codex of the faction. For example, in the case you need the codex of the orcs. And that is telling that you can take all these units from the codex of the orcs, and on top you have these new units that appear here. So for example, as a headquarters you have the boss. You had the mechanic, and you had the how it's called this, the mob of bikes, of noble bikes. Okay, and then you had as well as the elite. So remember it was a little bit different. So at the elite you have the Salturs, but only one, the hard boys, and then you have the veterans. And some of these guys have changed. And then, of course, they have all the vehicles. So you have the bikes, the buggies, the trucks, and then you have the the tank hunters. I don't know how it's called, these ones, and the burners. Okay, so yeah, and there were also copters. So you can see, and then they put just some additional rules here. You also have the Legion Steel. We also had the Black Templars and the Salamanders. Here you can see this was the previous Gazkul Traka. So it was quite impressive. The reality at the time was a metal miniature, and today we have even a more impressive plastic miniature. And to be fair, all these noble orcs just look like you have put a head on top of a big crab of metal. But yeah, here we have more other regiments that were also in Armageddon, and different Space Marine chapters that were in Armageddon are part of the principal ones. So they talk about the Black Templars. You have rules for the Black Templars. Remember they used to have as well a codex. 3rd edition Black Templars was the boom of the Black Templars. Okay, they were on the cover of the 3rd edition starter set together with the Dark Elder. And you follow again, and you have again here a codex, and so you have the new Emperor Paladin, and you have the Mariscal, but then you have as well the Marshal, sorry, and then you have as well other type of units here like the Chaplain, so you can also take. So you also need the Space Marine Codex. So these are like supplements, as I said, but these are supplements. So it's very similar. The idea is quite similar to the campaign books that they released today, but here they also include new ways to organize the armies, right? So this here we have the supplement for the salamanders, okay, and then we have how to do mechanized infantry, and then we have a new unit that was the planetary defense. That was they were a little bit worse, I think, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, leadership 5. So you see, it's a ganger. They call it them ganger. And then you have the ganger boss. Okay, but had only leadership 5. Okay, so in case you want to make this is what these books were really more created for narrative gaming. And here you have the list of all the Legion starters that participate, all the Imperial Guard or Astrum Militarum, how it's called now, the Adeptus Soderitas. So here you have all the different units that participate. So yeah, this can be a nice pre-reading before reading the what was called this one. I forgot the name now. The book that was released last year about the Orc against Ragnar Blackmar. Okay, so yeah, I just want to share with you one of these old they call it Codex. Today most likely we'll have it called Codex Supplement, because you need other codexes to be able to play. You can see it's quite a thin book. We are talking just, I don't know, many pages, 32 pages of book, so it's quite a pretty soft cover with the staples, and that's all, so not too much to say here. So I hope you have enjoyed. Let's make a look just to the picture so you can see how the armies were looking like in that moment. So the Lemon rules did not change, the Chimera did not change too much neither. Some of the Orc boys, yeah, are still the same. This was a metal, the Steel Legion was a metal miniatures. Here we also have some metal. This is the metal scouts. These I think are they look like maybe the metal Terminators. Okay. We still had the old chassis for the Predators. This I like a lot, this Razorback. So this is the old Razorback chassis. Is the one I have in my Marines. I really like the old chassis, and they have this. This was additional armor that you were able to pay this equipment in the past for these vehicles. Okay. Here we have the old track bikes. Okay. This is a boss with the squeak. Nice detail of the Gretchen. So really, they were really reusing the Gorka Morka kit here a lot. Okay, and you can see the Sentinel is also from this Peton time, so quite old. So this was, I guess, I'm guessing is a metal Terminator, a metal Dreadnought. Sorry, you can see the old Vindicator, and here we have this is just, I like a lot. You can see the conversion they did here to make a bike for the White Scars, and they were telling here in some cases who did this thing, right? This was by Paul Sawyer, and this Vindicator of the Giants of the Storm by Jim Butler. Okay, so you can see, and then we have, this was the very typical terrain that were used, and these palm trees were released on the third edition, in the third edition box. You can see the chimeras and the Elamandras haven't changed anymore. The kit have changed because they add more options, but the aesthetic is almost the same. So that's all what I want to share here. I hope you have enjoyed this one. Please give a like if you have liked this video, share if you think other people can be interested, and as usual, here we have. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you later. Bye.